Today, I want to introduce you to a good friend of mine. This is Bryan Molaska. Bryan is one of the very best realtors I know. Bryan just has such a heart for people and a truly top-notch professional skill set. I guess I'd like for you to hear from him. Like, what would you say if you had to pick one thing sets you apart from the 43,000 realtors there are in Colorado?
Very kind and a great question. You know, honestly, I think it's my care and compassion, truly. So I've been doing this a bunch of years. I've got enough experience that I think, you know, my statistics, my numbers kind of speak for themselves. I've done enough transactions on various types of properties that I think I've got the skill set, but really it comes down to how much I care.
Yeah.
You know, almost to a fault sometimes. Most of my clients, as you know, become really, really good friends of mine. They come over to my house and we become friends and, you know, continue our relationship beyond just the transactions.
And Bryan's not exaggerating. That really is who he is. And before we ever did business together professionally, I actually met Bryan through a charity organization that we both belong to. So I'll give a little plug for Guys Who Give. Are you still running the chapter?
I am. And it's actually one of the things that years ago when I got involved in real estate, I committed to myself. Yeah, so I came from an education background, right? And so as a former elementary teacher, I committed two things to myself. Number one, I'm going to do whatever I can to stay connected with youth and young people. And number two, I'm going to commit to making my community a better place.
Right.
And that's where Guys Who Give comes in. Amazing group of men who come together once a quarter. We nominate new charities. We vote on them, and everybody writes a little check to them. And then, boom, we come with a big check presentation. We actually got one lined up coming up pretty soon for our most recent nominees. So.
Yeah, I'll make sure we put the link to that at the end of this video. There's also a Gals Who Give, so if you are a woman, you're not excluded. So Bryan and I got to know each other through charity work, and, you know, like sometimes happens, we've ended up becoming professional colleagues as well. And I guess, Bryan, if I was going to say, like, here's the reason I refer you to clients, it's your heart. I just know that if I hand somebody off to you, that you're going to take good care of them and that they're going to feel not just professionally supported, but supported emotionally, because buying a house is a stressful thing.
So I've got a few ground rules for working with both buyers and sellers. One of the overlaps, and it's actually the only one that overlaps between buyers and sellers, is, and I tell people this, is we're going to get together and we're going to actually have a good time and we're going to have some fun together too. Because to your point, this is a huge deal. It's a stressful thing. Very, very challenging sometimes.
If I were to tell you what to expect, if you pick Bryan as your realtor, you're going to get a grade A professional, somebody who knows all the nuts and bolts, who is an industry pro, but you're also getting somebody who has just got a good heart and is just going to make that process way more fun. I know that all of the technical aspects of being a realtor that you've got in spades, and what you bring as a person is the differentiator. So in this market, you need people who are really good at what they do. It's a challenging market. Whether you're looking to get a loan or buy a house or sell a house, you want a true professional. And ideally, what you really want is a professional team. And if you need a realtor, you can do no better than Bryan Molaska.